Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the best lens for real estate photography. Now if you're just getting started in real estate photography, you can't go wrong with most wide angle lenses. Most of them will get the job done. Now when I started in real estate photography, I used the 1022 APS-C size, the crop lens by Canon, and I was very pleased with it. I like the 1022. I also had a 5D Mark III that I used the 17 to 40 full frame lens. And that's also a great option if you're in the Canon ecosystem. The 10 to 22 lens that I used with my Canon 70D, you could pick those up used on eBay for around $200 to $300. So those are some great options for wide angle lenses that are budget friendly. Now these ones are a little bit more. This is what we use today here at Lister Pros. This one is our most widely used lens in the field for all of our media specialists. And it is the Sony F4 16 to 35 lens. It is great for photography and video, and you know, it's a very reliable, and I don't have too many complaints with this lens. Now, the one complaint I do have is that it doesn't have a rubber seal around it, so when you mount it to a mirrorless camera, it does have the tendency to get dust particles on the sensor. So we put rubber bands or thicker rubber bands between this and the camera body just to minimize the amount of dust, because we're out here in Arizona and you know, there's a lot of dust in the air. So this is a great lens if your budget is around $1,000. Now if you have more of a budget than $1,000, you could step up to the G Master f2.8 16 to 35, so it's the same focal length as this one. It does run about $2,000, but man, the optics on this are awesome. Since I've been using this, I've been very pleased. This is my go-to lens for real estate photography in general. Now, here's another lens I have. This one's kind of overkill. This one's $3,000. It's the f2.8 G Master 12 to 24. This is my favorite lens for real estate video. I do use it for photography sometimes, but it's not very practical as an everyday lens because you spend so much money on a lens, and you know, the build quality is there, but the element is so massive, I am just afraid to get nicks on it. So I really don't lend this lens out to too many people. This is something that I pretty much just shoot with here. I wouldn't, you know, I would probably cry if I got all of our photographers this lens and then they accidentally dropped their camera, and I could see, you know, me crying about the $3,000 on these lenses, because if you actually send your lenses into Sony to get them repaired, it's not very cheap. We have had several motors go out on these where they start to make noise, and I think those repair costs are about $500. So they're not cheap to repair, but for the most part, they're very consistent. So anyways, these are great options. If budget and you're just shooting photography, budget's not really an issue with you, I like this lens. It's much more practical. The element's not so big. It's more regular. You can put a ND filter on it and protect it a little bit better. But the difference between these two lenses is very minimal. This lens does the job very well at about $1,000. So anyways, that's my take on the best real estate lenses available today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. More than happy to answer your questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel as we put out more real estate related content just like this. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.